Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 4 in consumer compliance. This is Professor Dunaway. Hope that you're all having a great weekend or had a great weekend now that it's almost over. Um, I'm posting this on Sunday evening, so your discussion forum posts, I graded those for last week. I graded week 3's, and I posted those grades on Wednesday. Overall, you're all doing a great job in the discussion forum, so please keep that up. And then also, I had said I would make a few more comments on your assignments. Just be sure that in all your assignments that you're fully discussing all of the areas that we're asking for. So for example, in the first assignment, you were to discuss the issues and the implications and alternatives. You want to be sure that you're fully discussing all those areas. Some may require you to be a little bit more creative. So issues are usually pretty self-explanatory on what the issues are. Just spot the issues and do a brief discussion of the issue. For the implications, you want to discuss if they are, whatever the issue may be, are there maybe criminal penalties, civil penalties, reputational issues? So depending on what the issue is, you want to be able to discuss if that issue did happen, what are the implications of that? And then finally, the alternatives. That might be where you need to be a little bit more creative and thinking of what possible alternatives there could be for the client or for the situation. So, but you need to still have a full discussion of each section. If you have any questions about that, please email me. So last week, week 3, you learned about insurance. So as we usually do, we'll start with the learning outcomes. So after working through the materials for week 3, you should now be familiar with the laws and procedures to prevent discriminatory actions within property insurance. You should also know the meaning and application of unfair, deceptive, and unauthorized trade practices within automobile insurance matters. And then finally, you should now understand the enforcement issues of state governments and the federal government in life insurance matters. So there were 3 videos that Professor Hutchinson had recorded for you. And then the readings, there were 3 sections of the treatise. There was one on property, one on auto, and then one on life insurance. So hopefully you were able to get through all those materials. Now for this week, week 4, you'll be learning about financial institutions and privacy. So let's click into the outcomes again. So as you're working through the materials this week, you want to have these on your mind. So you'll be becoming familiar with the state and federal laws addressing financial privacy rights. You'll also be learning about the Fair Credit Reporting Act as well as the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. And then finally, you'll want to be sure that you understand the enforcement actions undertaken by civil litigants and the state or federal government. So again, keep those in your mind as you're working through the materials. Once again, there are 3 videos that Professor Hutchinson has put together for you, and then there's 2 sections of the treatise for you to read. You'll see here there's one section on the beginnings of financial privacy rights, and then a section on federal and state statutes and regulations. So make sure that you do all the reading. And then next week, for week 5, you'll be learning about Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act. So that's everything. So just to recap for this week, you want to be sure you watch the 3 videos, do the reading, post in the discussion forum, the usual time, Wednesday evening, your initial posts, and then next Sunday will be all of your whatever follow-up, memo, comments. Those are all due next Sunday. And then also your second assignment is due next Sunday evening, which is November 24th by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. If you do think you may need an extension or you know you are going to need an extension, you need to contact me prior to Sunday. So you must contact me by Saturday at the latest, and then you can have a 1-week extension. If you do contact me on Sunday, we can work out freezing the penalty, but there will be a late penalty if I hear from you on Sunday or after. So be sure if you think you're going to need an extension, it's always best to email me. We can get it set up. And then if you end up not needing it, then that's fine. But just be sure you email me prior to Sunday, so Saturday at the latest. And then optional office hours this week are with Professor Hutchinson Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So if you have any questions or just want to stop in and say hello, he will be there. And I think that is everything. So everyone seems to be getting through everything. I've had very few questions, so you're all plugging along and doing a great job. So again, if you have any questions or need me for anything, please don't hesitate to send me an email. And if not, I will be in touch with you all next weekend. Thanks and have a great week.